this some kind of joke? I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight.
You don't know what death is.
What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus, and in this video, I will be discussing the Halloween TV series update that was released yesterday. As Miramax TV executive Mark Helwig gives some insight on the direction the TV series might be headed in. If you haven't done so already, please shoot this video a like. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. As well as if you happen to be a new viewer to this channel, please shoot that subscribe button as well as that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. As well as if you'd like to become a member here to the channel, shoot over to the channel dashboard and shoot that join button that you see displayed. Okay, everyone, so we got this article published by Nelly Andreeva of Deadline that goes on to read, Miramax TV boss on The Gentleman's Pandemic Origins and Potential Season 2, Industry Contraction, and Halloween TV series updates. Helwig will go on to talk about how they are working on Guy Ritchie's Netflix series The Gentleman, which was released during the pandemic, and the creative directions for that project that will lead to him mentioning the planned Halloween TV series. The Gentleman was conceived as an ongoing series that could run for multiple seasons, and Ritchie already has ideas for a potential second installment. We have started that process, Helwig said. There are some writers we've talked to, certainly lots of discussion with Guy about what he might want to do in a second season, what things to focus on. Helwig cautioned that the first season has to perform, and then we'll know more, adding, but it's been an active, ongoing discussion, already what a second season would be. In success, the Gentleman series could spawn some kind of universe, a Guy Ritchie world, that could potentially lead to another movie, Helwig said. That is an approach Miramax is applying to Halloween. Halloween TV series, a creative reset. Miramax Television in October signed a deal with Trancas to develop and co-produce a Halloween TV series, which is envisioned to potentially launch a cinematic universe spanning film and television. Miramax and Blumhouse collaborated with Trancas on a successful recent Halloween movie trilogy. We're on a fast track. It's a big priority for us. We've had lots of exciting conversations in recent months with a number of really talented people, and I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do very soon, Helwig said, adding, we're hoping to lock down the creative team very soon. While the search for a writer is still ongoing, the idea for the TV series already has been identified. It's a big world, Helwig said, of the 13-movie franchise. The most recent trilogy, culminating with Halloween Ends, provided a fitting conclusion to the story, so I don't think that is an opportunity to go back off of that. So the series is going back to the Halloween franchise's origins. The foundation of it is the original film, the John Carpenter movie, the characters of that film, and perhaps a group of characters that we really haven't focused on that much in recent film versions or even in a number of them, Helwig said. It is a creative reset completely and going back to the original film as opposed to spinning out of any of the more recent film adaptations. Alright everyone, so obviously a big update for the Halloween franchise, and it's no surprise in my opinion that the plan is to go back to the well and build this TV series off of the original John Carpenter film from 1978. Now I know this may be exhausting for some, being that the franchise has done this now twice with the Halloween movies, Halloween H2O and Halloween 2018, and I wouldn't blame you if you did feel this way, because it does feel somewhat repetitive to a degree, because when you see that he says getting back to the characters of the original film, you would automatically assume another Laurie Strode-driven storyline for the Halloween TV series, which would not be accepted by most fans, being that we just got a 3-part trilogy encapsulating the character's storyline. However, I do think the key thing to pay attention to in this comment from Helwig, when talking about 78's film and the characters being the foundation for the TV series, is when he says, and I quote, and perhaps a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much in recent film versions or even in a number of them. Not only does this comment make me believe that the Laurie Strode character will not be a factor if they do go back to 1978's characters for the TV series, but I think we could see characters such as Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, and Lonnie Elam thrust into the spotlight, being that outside of Sheriff Lee Brackett, Laurie Strode and her friends Linda and Nanny, who were killed by Michael in 1978's original film, those 3 kids were the only 3 characters from Haddonfield heavily featured to some degree from that original film. Many fans were disappointed when David Gordon Green brought the three legacy characters back in the second part of his trilogy, Halloween Kills, along with Nurse Marion Chambers, because they felt they served no purpose other than nostalgia with no real backstory on how their lives have turned out since their encounter with Michael and the events of 1978. When you add in the fact that we did get multiple movies following the Jamie Lloyd character, even if you feel that storyline needs retconned and retold, we still got multiple movies following the character. So if the plan is to shy away from the Laurie Strode timeline and the Laurie Strode storyline altogether, we would have to think that the focus would be on other characters that we've seen in the 1978 film that we know are still alive. I do want to mention the Tommy Doyle character did make a return in the franchise as an adult in the sixth installment, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, and was portrayed by Paul Rudd, but most fans didn't like the return of his character in that film as they brought him in out of nowhere, and most were thinking we were going to be following Jamie Lloyd yet again, given how the fifth film ended. This, of course, also opens the door for the return of Dr. Samuel Loomis's character, who we know is still alive after the events of Halloween 1978. Now, of course, they would have to do a recasting of the character, as the late great Donald Pleasence, as we know, passed away in 1995 while shooting the sixth installment in the franchise, Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. Malcolm McDowell played the character in Rob Zombie's two-part iteration of the Halloween franchise, and Tom Jones Jr. did the cameo scene of the character in David Gordon Green's Halloween Kills. I personally would love to see Tom Jones Jr. play Dr. Loomis in this TV series, being that he does look just like Donald Pleasence, but in Halloween Kills it was Colin Mahan who did the Loomis voiceover, with Tom just appearing on screen, so I don't know how that would look for multiple episodes of a TV series, but either way, I can't imagine 1978's film being the foundation for the TV series and we don't get Loomis. Another direction they could go in is to continue from the events after Michael gets up and walks away after being shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis, while focusing on the new protagonists and characters that he is stalking throughout the night. They could even pick up a year later after 78's events and play off of the idea that Carpenter had for the Michael Myers character to begin with, which was to have Michael get up after being shot and his whereabouts become unknown. Though this concept was to never feature Michael Myers in another Halloween film again, if Carpenter were to continue making Halloween films, as he wanted to do an anthology telling different stories set on Halloween, while keeping the audience on a cliffhanger as to where Michael Myers was, by setting the timeline in 1979 for the TV series, it would serve as a subtle homage to that concept and have fans wondering to begin the show, where is Michael Myers, setting the tone for the mystery aspect while also serving a way to reintroduce previous characters and introduce newer characters as well. They could still very well go back to the sibling aspect of the Michael Myers and Laurie Strode storyline, which would allow them to segue into the Jamie Lloyd storyline, something many fans have expressed wanting to see, myself included, having Lloyd's story be retold with Danielle Harris returning. However, if you do recall the original story of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode in Halloween 1978, she was just a babysitter being stalked by the boogeyman, in so many words. The sibling aspect didn't factor in until the second film. So much like David Gordon Green's trilogy, they could play off of that original dynamic between the characters as another way to move away from the Laurie Strode storyline and focus on other characters' stories. Helwig's comments come as no surprise when it comes to him wanting to base the TV series foundation off of the original film from 1978 in what is still the most popular film in the entire franchise today, but his comments about focusing on other characters from the 78 film outside of Laurie Strode are promising because it shows, though they want the foundation to be like the original 1978 film, he's willing to tell a different story with different characters within the same film as a way to get different and open up new avenues for the franchise to go in the future. But okay everyone, that's it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on Mark Helwig's comments about the upcoming Halloween TV series, as well as let me know what character from the original 78 film, not named Laurie Strode, you would want the TV show to focus on. Once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching.